This week's enhanced offer with thanks to our sponsors Boyle Sports is Diogo Jota to score any time against Atalanta was even money, now a fantastic 2-1. Again folks, this is only available to Anfield Agenda subscribers via the link in the description. Maximum stake on this one is a tenner, open to UK and Irish residents, age 18 plus, and don't forget to gamble responsibly. Ladies and gents, I hope you got on the 7-1 offer we had for the game against Leicester. That paid out for Anfield Agenda subscribers. So if you had your tenner on that one, you walked away with a 70 quid clear profit. And again, thank you so much to our sponsors Boyle Sports for all of their support. Right folks, welcome to the Anfield Agenda preview show. I'm your host Craig and I'm going to take you through my score predictions and my starting 11 prediction for the game against Atalanta. Coming up on Wednesday night, as you can see, I always give you a little sneak preview with the score below. I'm going for a high scoring one in this one folks. I'm going to go 4-2, but before I get stuck into it, let's go with some team news. The big news, I suppose, is that Mohamed Salah is training and will be available for the game. We didn't know if, after returning that negative test, if he would be available for this one, or if protocols would suggest that he had to stay isolated a little bit longer. But Kloppo has said he's returned to training, so I'm expecting Mohamed Salah to be in the starting lineup for the game against Atalanta. Other than that, the sad news, of course, is that Naby Keita picked up that hamstring injury against Leicester, which will rule him out of the game, and we'll get further news on that when Kloppo gives an update on it. Henderson will be ruled out of this one. Thiago, I don't think, will be available, and Trent, of course, won't be available for this one, but should be back, I think, for the league game after the Brighton game coming up on Saturday. So look, there are rather slim pickings, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking ahead to the game against Brighton as well with my team prediction, so there are a few changes in there that might shock you, but you know, before we go through that, let's go over to Leon from Boyle Sports, because myself and himself sat down earlier on today. We had a chat around the game, we had a chat around the predicted lineups, and of course it's time for the Craig versus the Bookie segment. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined again by our sponsor, Leon from Boyle Sports. Leon, I have to brag about this one, mate. 7-1, Jota first goal. Come on.
Yeah, look, we got it right, didn't we, for Anfield Agenda? The own goal obviously doesn't count, as we all know. And then Jota made a fantastic run. But what about the ball by Andy Robertson? And Jota, the movement and his accuracy. He doesn't slash, whether it be a shot or whether it be a header. He takes his time. He picks his spot. And for the fourth game in a row, scoring at Anfield. Massive, massive achievement by Jota. But there's plenty more to come from the Portuguese little whiz kid.
There absolutely is, and we're on a bit of a roll now. 3 of your 4 tips came up on week number 1, and the enhanced special came up on week number 2. So I'm going to talk our viewers through this week's enhanced special a little bit later on in the preview show. But the good news, though, is that Salah's back. That is some good news. He's back training with the lads today, and he's going to be available for the game.
Yeah, look, that's a huge boost. It's another first team player coming back. Certainly last night, how Liverpool played, they were just tremendous across the back. I thought Milner was exceptional at right full. Fabinho, brilliant alongside Matip. Andy Robertson is just nothing but world class. He's just world class. That's what he is. And to get Salah back, I'm disappointed for Naby Keita. I have to say, he's a smashing footballer. He can do stuff. He's the one player, I think, that can turn defence into attack really quickly. And he's kind of twinged his hamstring. Please God for him, it's not too bad. But the likes of Thiago, the likes of Henderson, hopefully to come back in maybe against Brighton. The squad is starting to get stronger all the time. And 64 league games unbeaten at Anfield, Craig. It's a phenomenal achievement. Phenomenal achievement.
I didn't understand some of the people that were doubting us, Lee. I know for people that don't know, by the way, you are a Liverpool fan. It's important that we point that out to people as well, so they understand that when you're talking about this, you're emotionally involved like the rest of us. And it was a cracking game. I don't understand why people are writing us off so much, Leon. I didn't understand people putting us almost as underdogs going into that game in the media.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think we were underdogs, to be fair, but I did feel the way Leicester would set up and the way they were playing. But Klopp was very, very clever last night with the tactics. He crowded out midfield and Leicester couldn't get that quick fire counter-attack going. I thought we marshalled Barnes. Vardy hardly got a kick. Maddison was irrelevant. And it just goes to show you, I thought Gini Wijnaldum again was brilliant. How often does he do it? He's just, I mean, he's a superstar, Gini. But I do feel Liverpool at the moment, they know they have this aura about them. And teams that come to Anfield, I'm not going to put the mockers on it, but some of them are already beaten before they get there. Because if you go unbeaten in 64 games, everyone knows going to Anfield, you're going to be up against it. And even without the fans, Liverpool have still performed to an exceptionally high level. Here's hoping in 2021, when the fans come back, we can even raise it to another level.
What have you got for us this week, Leon? What are you looking at for your bet builder?
I mean, I thought it was very important that Bobby Firmino scored a goal against Leicester. I mean, it was a fantastic header. So I'm going to put Bobby Firmino in as an anytime goal scorer. I think Liverpool are going to win. I think there's going to be over 3.5 goals, so 4 or more goals. And I think both teams will score at Anfield on Wednesday night. So for me, the bet builder works out at 9-2. Liverpool, Firmino anytime, over 3.5, and both teams to score.
I like how you've reined it in a little bit from last week. We've got to get some Euros on the board this week, Leon. We have to get some on the board. I'm similar. I've gone for over 3.5 goals. Both teams to score. Liverpool to win. But I think I'm going to back my boy Diogo Jota to keep that run going. And that comes up at 7-2 for me. So look, we're very similar again, just a goal scorer in the difference. And hopefully we can put some points on the board this week. And hopefully when our special comes up as well, we can take Boyle Sports for a few more quid, because that's 7-1. I was more happy for our subscribers when that went in. A few people were confused. Me being a gambling person myself, I understood that the first goal, on goal, cancels it out. So when people got that up, there was some happy people in the chat, which is what it's all about.
Oh, listen, absolutely. And that's what we want. We want Anfield Agenda subscribers and listeners to get these specials. And again, it's bet small. This is the whole key to it. It's only bet a little. And it just gives you maybe that little bit of extra excitement watching the Reds. But it's all about safer gambling week. Bet within your limits and just have a little bit of fun.
Right, folks, you heard what Leon had to say. Again, Leon's a massive Red, just like the rest of us, so he's as excited for this game as I am. Leon's bet builder for this week was 9-2. My bet builder came in at 7-2. So let me know if you're on either of those, and hopefully I get one up this week and I can go ahead of Leon in the Craig versus the bookie segment, because let's be honest, nobody wants the bookies to win. Everybody wants us to win. So they're very similar bets again, but I think my one's more likely to come in. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. But most importantly, let's get stuck into the team news now, and my predicted starting 11 for the game looks a little something like this. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I've gone for in the game. I think Alisson, of course, will start in goal. There were a couple of people suggested to me to rest him, but I don't think goalkeepers need to be rested, particularly when he's already missed a good chunk of the season. Looking at the left-back slot, I think this is the perfect occasion to bring in Kostas Tsimikas and give Andy Robertson a very much-needed rest. His performance against Leicester, to me, he was my man of the match, but he ran, does all the things that Robbo does. So why not give him a rest and bring Kostas Tsimikas in for this one? Moving over to the right back spot, I've moved Milner into midfield, so I've brought in young Nico Williams to fill in at right back. And look, why not give the youngsters and the fringe players a chance? Because so far, when we've given them the opportunity, they've gone on to shine. That continues, by the way, with my centre-back pairing. I've gone for Reece Williams to partner Joe Matip at the heart of the Reds' defence. Again, he didn't put a foot wrong in any of the appearances he made in the Champions League this season for Liverpool. I think Fabinho could do with a rest. I know he's only coming back from injury, but you don't want to overplay him and let him pick up another one. So, to me, maybe have Fabinho on the bench if we need to shore up the defence or the midfield a little bit later on in the game, or we just need to rotate players. I think he should start them on the bench, but again, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying that it's gospel. Moving into midfield then, I've got to go with James Milner again, particularly after that fantastic performance against Leicester. Curtis Jones keeps his place for me as well, because again, he didn't put a foot wrong. I've brought in Takumi Minamino. I'm going a little bit balls out here, folks. I'm going for that attacking diamond again, or that attacking quartet, I should say. So I think Takumi Minamino to maybe anchor that attacking midfield role. And then looking to the front three, I've gone for Diogo Jota, Roberto Firmino and Mohamed Salah. Yes, you're wondering why on earth is Sadio Mane not there. Again, folks, I'm just giving Sadio a bit of a rest. Big game coming up against Brighton as well. And look, if we win this game against Atalanta, we've 12 points out of 12 in the Champions League group. And I don't think that we can ask for much more than that. So I think this is a team that can get the job done, folks. And look, I know people will have different opinions and people will want different players in. If Shaqiri was available, maybe he will be. Maybe he'll recover from that muscle knock he picked up with Switzerland. I probably would have had him in there as well. A couple of people might want Divock to get an opportunity. And look, you know me, folks. I've got no problem with any of that. It's very difficult to predict these starting 11s. But what I am expecting, and I'm sure you guys are as well, is another open, entertaining, fun attacking game of football. Atalanta I won't say they don't know how to defend, but they certainly love to attack, and they're going to be a wounded animal after that emphatic 5-0 victory for the Reds over in Italy. So they're going to want to come over and make a statement and try and put what they would gather some wrongs right in this one. I don't think they will. I don't think they're capable of it, but I do think they'll score a couple. I think it's going to be a great evening's football. 6 goals you can see in my preview there. My bet builder had over 3.5 goals in it. Roberto Firmino to score, both teams to score, and Liverpool to win. My one had Diogo Jota to score, both teams to score over 3.5 goals and Liverpool to win. It was Leon's that had Firmino to score. Let me know what you think on that one as well. Again, looking to the bench for this one, you could have Sadio Mane there. We could have, who else would be on the bench for this one? Robbo could be on the bench if necessary. Fabinho obviously on the bench as well. I'm expecting some more youngsters to get their chance. And look, it is frustrating. You probably may not agree with my team, but just bear in mind before you put your comments in, this team are going to have to play pretty much every 3 days between now and February. So we're going to start to see a lot more rotation. Now, the likes of what happened with Mohamed Salah, on the face of it, it wasn't great for us. We missed him for, 10 days or so. But he did get to have a bit of a rest, and that will hold him in good stead as the season goes on, which is why I'm giving Sadio a rest for this one. Obviously, we'll have El Capitan coming back soon as well. Thiago should be available for the weekend against Brighton. And just to let you guys know, that is a 12:30pm kickoff, so an afternoon kickoff basically on Saturday. And we will, of course, be covering that one here on the channel. And what else have we got coming up for you guys? Obviously, we'll be doing a watch-along of the Atalanta game, starting 30 minutes before kickoff on Wednesday. On Mundo Sporto, we're going to be covering the Paris Saint-Germain versus Leipzig game. The link to Mundo Sporto, which is our second channel, is available in the description below. I hope to see you over there for that one. Late night agendas every night as well, except Tuesday, which, of course, we'll be covering the Leipzig game. But I'm really excited about this one. You know me, folks. I love Champions League games under the lights at Anfield. 6 goals is what I'm hoping for in this one. There could be more. It's going to be a very interesting game because their manager comes to play. They don't sit back. And I thought Leicester were a little bit like rabbits in the headlights. And I don't mean that to be disparaging comment towards Leicester, but that's, to me, that wasn't the real Leicester that showed up. That wasn't the Leicester that we've seen elsewhere throughout the season. Now, you can look at that in one of two ways. You could look at it from the point of view that Leicester didn't really perform, or you could look at it from the point of view that I've looked at it from, that Liverpool nullified a lot of what Leicester City had to do. And I'm looking forward to seeing the likes of Reece Williams, the likes of Neco Williams again, getting their opportunities, and Curtis Jones as well. Nobody can tell me that Curtis Jones looks out of place in this Liverpool team. He absolutely doesn't. So look, that's my preview for the show, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, Atalanta are going to come in a lot of attacking intent. They were very unfortunate not to score in Italy, so I'm expecting a cracking game here. I really am. Obviously, keep an eye out for their number 10. He's a wonderful little player. Always looking to pick up the ball, always looking to cause trouble. And it'll be interesting to see if the gaffer sticks to the system, maybe a 4-3-3, or if he switches back up to what I'm predicting here, which is like a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-2-1-3, or I suppose a 4-2-2-2. We get caught up in these things a little bit too much, don't we? But that's my prediction. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Let me know if you've got any bets on for it as well. And of course, let me know if you're getting on that enhanced special. That is a cracking bet, by the way. 2-1 for Jota to score anytime. Only available, of course, with us. Link in the description. Look, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the preview video. Thank you so much for your time as always. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on the video as well. I hope to see you for the late night agenda. And of course, I hope to see you on Wednesday night for this massive Champions League tie against Atalanta. Lots of love to you all. Be safe and be well. Up the Reds.